Hello, Earth signs. Welcome to your July 2021 love forecast. Excuse me. This is good for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is date and time specific because I'm forecasting for July 2021. Will not resonate with everyone because it is for the collective, so just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. And even though I'm doing it for earth signs, I am separating Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn within this reading. So if you want to skip ahead to a specific sign, there should be a timestamp below. Okay? All right, I'm going to start Taurus with Spirit Animal Oracle. Let's see what's coming through just to get a flavor. Sorry, I've been struggling with my allergies lately. Appreciate your patience. So we get card 47. 7 and 4 is 11. Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. And in this case, your higher mind, your higher consciousness. So that's a beautiful reminder for you there, Taurus. That it will be, and which is great because Mercury is fully out of its retrograde and post-retrograde shadow. It's smooth sailing in the realm of thought and communication, all that good stuff. So let's see what's going on for you in July. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Lovers. That's Gemini coming in. You may have a choice to make. What's crossing that is the Magician. So, you know, the crossing card can either represent a challenge or what you can do to overcome a challenge. And right here, I'm seeing some powerful manifestation, manifesting possibly some union here or reunion if that's the case. Use your mind wisely. You're getting some messages here that I think that this is going to be a powerful month of manifestation for you. What's below? Queen of Wands. And in the past, we have the Page of Swords. What's crowning you? 9 of Wands. So it will, you know, there's some struggle involved, but the energy of the 9 of Wands also tells you how close you are to completion and offloading a heavy burden, right? 10 of Wands would be the next card. So it's sort of saying don't give up. It's a card of perseverance is going to be what's crowning you, your strength in the month. And there's your second chances. Forgiveness, second chances, redemption. Beautiful. Judgment. Oh, I can tell already, Taurus. I'm going to annoy that you-know-what out of myself with that scratchy throat. I was just watching a newscaster going through the same thing, and I had to turn down the volume because it was annoying me. So, you know, paybacks are you-know-what. All right, let's look at the Lover's card for you, Taurus. Wow. All right. So all I can say is what I'm seeing here for you with the Lover's card is that there's a conflict you may need to let go of. That may be your choice. If you want the happiness, here's the Sun. If you want the happiness, which is coming through underneath, so that's what's going to be rising up in your psyche is I just want to be happy. And you know what they say, you know who says it actually, not a fan, but he says it. Dr. Phil says, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? That's what I feel happening here on some level. Please pardon the reference if you're not a fan either. But you know, I mean, I feel as if there's something here that you may be conflicted about in July and you're just going to have to decide what you're willing to let go of in order to have the happiness. The Magician here is serving you well. Let's see the Magician. Yeah, it'll help you let go of whatever the negative karma is to let the new beginning come in. We've got, you know, it's about manifesting a path where there's some release. The devil showing up here is almost as if it's a reminder that if there's something you're holding on to with a vice grip and it's just a repeating pattern, that's a reminder that that's what you're trying to manifest a release from, so that this new beginning can come in. I'm loving that I'm seeing the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles underneath. It is, to me, it's a nod to the potential. If you're able to overcome whatever this conflict is, that it keeps coming in as a repeating pattern. It can be a person, it can be a situation, it can be ego, it can be addiction, it can be anything. But there's something here that causes a conflict, and it's being perceived as some very heavy karmic energy. That's what you need to release. Got it? And you'll be manifesting the path that leads to the release of that, so that this new beginning and, you know, a new chapter can come in that provides a sense of happiness. What's below here is the Queen of Wands. Let's see why she's here. Ooh. There's the Nine of Wands again. And the Lovers. My goodness. So, I feel on some level, what you're trying to manifest here is this energy of emotional availability. Queen of Wands, King of Cups. To me, this represents the couple. Someone standing in their power, very confident, very certain about what they want, and being met with somebody who is emotionally available and sensitive and caring and compassionate. You know, it's like love and passion coming through, and that is what you're what you've been dogging it for however long now. And underneath it will be a choice. A choice will need to be made. Am I going to continue on this path, or am I going to abandon it? Do you see where I'm going here? But because the Nine of Wands comes out as what crowns you, what, you know, is obviously part of your goal, looking forward to the outcome, it's telling me that you are not likely to give up very easily, though underneath I feel like you're questioning. Question mark. Page of Swords. Almost as if, is this ever going to happen? Or is it a pipe dream? Is it ever going to happen? Page of Swords in the past. Knight of Swords. I feel you spoke your truth, and you were looking for reconciliation in the past. Somebody spoke truth. Somebody felt the sense of urgency to get, you know, to get some clarity around a situation and move toward some form of a win-win outcome here. This feels like you were looking for victory, and yet taking your time. Somebody was slow rolling it. Could be you, could be your divine counterpart. But I feel like what's good about the Page of Pentacles underneath, it's like, okay, I know what I want to do here. I know what I'm trying to accomplish. But I'm going to be very methodical and intentional and deliberate and create a plan, because the Knight of Swords doesn't often have a plan. Boom, they're just out, like, you know, shot out of a cannon. And as a result, sometimes get over their skis. The Knight of Swords is frequently the one with the slip of the tongue, or who speaks in anger or haste. See where I'm going here? And since you were trying to bring about some form of reconciliation, the Knight of Pentacles underneath tempered that energy and caused you to kind of pull back, or someone to pull back and slow down. Now we're at the Nine of Wands. This has definitely been a struggle, either as or with a divine masculine. Wow, keeping hope alive. And possibly some healing taking place behind the scenes. But I feel what's crowning you is your ability to persevere despite your heart heaviness. Because if you are here as a masculine, right, it's about taking action and continuing to move forward. If you are here as a divine feminine, then this is involving your divine masculine. And in this case, it's like, I'm just going to push through. It's difficult, it's painful, but I'm pushing through and, you know, keeping hope alive that the universe has my back and will grant the wish. It's also a nod to some healing taking place behind the scenes. or continuing to take place is what I'm trying to say. The Judgment going forward for you, Taurus. Beautiful cards. Wow. So on some level, I feel that that painful ending that you already went through will never be far from your mind. It's coming through underneath, so I'm not seeing a painful ending. I think that already happened. Got it? And that's what you're trying to resolve or reconcile from going forward, though. I do see you being very wise and deliberate and intentional here as well. The Hanged Man, I feel as if there's going to be a delay, and that's self-imposed. So in other words, when this second chance, when you reach this crossroads and you have the opportunity for forgiveness and second chances, do you see where I'm headed here? Is this Hanged Man will have you say, you know what, I need to give this a little bit of time. I can't just jump and act on my impulse or my needs for instant gratification. I need to wait for some more enlightenment and really take a closer look at the situation. And it's something you'll have to do on your own. The Hermit is, works in a solitary kind of almost reclusive way. So you may pull back a little bit because this energy is never far from your memory banks, right? Once burned, twice shy is what I'm feeling here for you, Taurus. So I do see an opportunity here for redemption and second chances and all that good stuff. But what I like that I see for you going forward is that you will take everything into consideration, everything you've learned on your journey in the Hermit energy, everything, your connection to your higher self, right? Use your mind wisely. Card number 11, it's 47 is 11, and really connecting to your higher self and waiting for those downloads and the enlightenment to help you make that decision. The Lovers is a card of choice. Wow. All right, Taurus, I hope if this spoke to you that you will take advantage of the link below to the extended. It's just going to be about your divine counterpart. And we're going to look at how they feel about you, how they see you, a message to you from Spirit of the Universe, and some additional oracle to help set you on your path for the month of July. Okay, I'll see you there in a second. That's below. Or in a future reading. Happy July. I'm not going to stop this. I'm going to move on to Virgo is next. So you can see that should be coming through in the timestamps. It's just easier to do it this way than have all the separate videos and all the crazy uploading. So I hope y'all don't mind. As long as there's a timestamp. I don't like to edit videos, so there we go. There you have it. Okay, Virgo. You know what? I don't want to use this deck for Virgo. I'm going to use this deck. All right, Virgo, you are up. Let's see what's coming through for Spirit Animal. Spirit Animal Oracle for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Virgo. This is good for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We're taking a look at July. Energies coming through for Virgo. Learn from the past. Perfect. Card 25. 2 and 5 is 7. Elephant Spirit. Oh, my favorite. My animal totem. Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. Whoops, I forgot to put this back in. That's okay. Yeah. I could really use this card myself, Virgo, so I share it with you. Learn from the past. There's a reason. And also there's ancestral energy there. It's not just our own personal past. It's the wisdom of our ancestors before us, the lessons they've learned, and how we get to benefit from their experience and wisdom. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, not surprised here. Something will be focused on, Virgo, for the month of July, coming up with creative solutions to a problem. This is about sustained effort, attention, energy, everything going into some, finer details, which is your calling card, Virgo. What's crossing you here? Chariot. Okay, so I feel, Virgo, that this card, the Chariot, is crossing you to kind of support you, to help you kind of get the lead out, so you don't get too stuck in the weeds and the details, and you find the impetus to move forward, to make progress, and to experience the victory you're looking for. Underneath, Page of Swords. So some little measure of information. Maybe there's something else you're kind of looking at or looking for. Could be your divine counterpart. In the past, Four of Cups. Some unhappiness there. What's crowning you is the moon. Very interesting. So the moon showing up, Virgo, is, and the future, there it is. I love it. The Knight of Cups. So somebody coming toward you with that cup of love, could be you going toward them. But, the energies can always be reversed. But I'm feeling as if the moon crowning you here is almost as if it's to say that you will not let your fears get the better of you. Right? There's nothing to fear if you've done your work, if you've kind of, typical Virgo fashion, researched thoroughly before moving forward too quickly, but the Chariot giving you that impetus to pick up the pace. Got it? Not to spend too much time in the weeds. Get the information you need and move on. Eight of Pentacles, please. Sorry, Virgo. Wow. Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Swords. So while you're busy working away, please keep in mind and remember that the wheel is moving in your favor here. Certain things will unfold in divine time. So you need to be prepared. The Queen of Pentacles is a little nod to some self-care, not to get too lost in your focus. The Two of Swords underneath, there will be some clarity you may need that you're seeking, or something that you can't see that you need more information around, and that may be why the Page of Swords is here. The Two of Swords is crossroads energy, and almost as if I feel on some level in your psyche in July, you'll be saying, okay, there's only so much I can do. The rest is up to fate. I got to get my own ducks in a row, and once I have the clarity, I'm going to need to take the action. So let's go ahead and look at the Chariot. So we had the Five of Wands, Ten of Cups, moving past the conflict, and there's a King of Pentacles. So now we have a couple in 3D. That can be Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it also represents life partnership, stability, groundedness, commitment. So, here in 3D. So I'm feeling as if what's going to help you along is if you hit any snags, or if there's any conflict or outside sources of interference, you'll be able to get beyond it and move toward the happiness you're trying to bring into your life with this King of Pentacles, either as the King of Pentacles or with the King of Pentacles. I feel you're the Queen of Pentacles in this particular reading, and you're dealing with the King of Pentacles. That looks pretty good. I'm glad you're going to take some time out to focus on a creative solution to whatever the problem is in your particular situation, but also recognizing that there's a lot of divine time involved here, that there are things happening beyond time and space to support you and to help you move beyond any conflicts or bumps in the road, Page of Swords. Ace of Swords, Hierophant, Ten of Swords. Okay, so I feel as if the energy below is what's really rumbling around in your subconscious, just like when I pull from the bottom of the deck. So this Ten of Swords is below the below. Do you see where I'm going? And I feel there was a painful ending here that you may have questions about. I feel on some level you really want some insight and clarity around that. With regard to a commitment, I'm almost feeling it's about commitment. Whether it's yours or your divine counterparts, it could be someone else who's married or in a committed connection that you're looking for information and you're trying to get insight around why things ended so badly between you. I feel the Ten of Swords is in the past. The energy of the Hierophant can also be about, awakenings. And it may be that you're trying to see if this person, Page of Swords, is the spy or the detective of the tarot. You're trying to get some insight, some information as to whether or not they are at least awakened to what happened between you. So that's all underneath though, so it's kind of rumbling around there. Here's the unhappiness in the past. Four of Cups. Hanged Man. Wow. Lovers. Justice. Yeah, I'm still feeling like there may be somebody in this connection, or maybe both of you, who is in a long-term committed connection. I feel as if you've been waiting forever. There's been a delay, and it's a cause for unhappiness here for you. It's definitely been a sacrifice keeping you from union with your person. The Justice card underneath suggests that there may be a legal process or some kind of definitive result that's needed to bring about a sense of balance and to restore balance in your connection. I do see the Five of Wands as conflict, and that Ten of Swords clarifying the Hierophant. There could have been an ending. I'm not seeing third-party energy, but it has come through in your readings before, so I just like to let those of you who have that particular situation know what I'm seeing. Otherwise, it's just that you've been unhappily waiting in this state of limbo, waiting for your divine counterpart, for the opportunity to come back together, which would restore that sense of balance and fairness that you need, that you're looking for. The Moon crowning you. Well, I'm going to take back what I said at the outset. I always, that never fails to happen with the clarifiers. I do feel like a little apprehension is going to serve you well, because there is an opportunity for reconciliation here with your divine masculine or as the divine masculine, and I do feel like you're going to have a lot of questions. So your apprehension here is going to serve you because, again, you're not just going to jump willy-nilly at the first sign of reconciliation or words between you to that effect. I do feel this is the Queen of Swords coming in to say, I got some questions. Truth seeker, truth teller, because that's what you were looking for down here. And when it shows up at your door, I do feel you'll be just skeptical enough because of the energy of the Moon, just apprehensive enough without being flat out terrified. So I like to say to people, a little anxiety is adaptive. It's a good thing. Too much, not so much. But the Moon here to me is just enough of that anxiety and apprehension to keep you on target with getting your questions answered, because that's where we're starting, is solutions, creative solutions to a problem. Queen of Swords cuts to the chase and gets the answers that she needs. Going forward, Knight of Cups. Wow. Three of Pentacles. I see communication coming in. The Tower underneath, to me, it's almost like you're going to communicate about what this was. Whatever this was. It's underneath, so it's not going to happen. It's already showing me it has happened. There may be some concern on your part that, you're just going to end up back where you were. So that could be a little nod to your concern about that. But I feel as if this love coming toward you and lots of back and forth communication about how can we, after going through all we've been through, after this devastation, after this painful ending, after all the conflict, we're making it through all that. Well, how can we take what we've got and build upon it? There's co-creative energy between the two of you in spirit. I do feel like that's what the communication will be about. And once again, this energy never being far from your memory bank because it was ugly and, you know, got the t-shirt. So this is what I see for you, Virgo. It's very interesting. If it's speaking to you, the link to your extended is below. And once again, in case you skipped ahead, that is just looking at your divine counterpart, how they feel about you, how they see you, and then a message to you from Spirit, some guidance for you from Spirit of the Universe, as well as some additional oracle. So this is really important for you. Learn from the past, and that's what I see you doing here. The Eight of Pentacles is an Apprentice card, and I feel like all the cards that have been coming out here are suggesting that you're trying to not make the same mistakes. Beautiful way to go through the month of July. Sending so much love, Virgo. And so now, moving on to Capricorn. Let's see what comes through for Cap. Capricorn. And thanks for your patience. And Capricorn, I like this deck for you. Ready? I'm moving on to Capricorn now. So Capricorn, in case you skipped ahead, I'm going to start with a card from Spirit Animal Oracle. Just get a feeling for what's going on for you in July, a little bit of oracle advice, and then your reading. This is good for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's coming through for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. As always, it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what speaks to you and leave the rest. Be fearless and bold, Badger Spirit, card number 4. Be fearless and bold. So with the 4 energy, there's something here, you know, some structure that you need to shore up. Foundational, you know, speaking of foundations and structures. And once you have that in place, be fearless and bold. So I love that for you. Let's see what's coming through for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2021. Well, an aha moment, perhaps. What's crossing you? So you've got to offload some. There's going to be something here that once you have this information, Capricorn, it's going to cause this energetic release. So I'm feeling, we'll clarify, but I'm feeling it's supportive right now, that 10 of Wands. Here's what's underneath. So this is what's rolling around in your psyche, is that something may in fact be over or have already ended in a painful way. 3 of Cups in the past could be referencing third-party energy. Here's what's crowning you going forward. There's something you either don't want to let go of that you should, or this could be the creation of some better boundaries, perhaps. I will clarify. And going forward to calmer waters. Perfect. So I do feel like, just looking at this before clarifying, July is going to be one of those months where you get beyond the drama of it all and that you move to something a little bit more zen and peaceful. So let's take a look first at, come on, sorry, Ace of Swords. I'm going to put this here. I want to see this. Ace of Swords for a beautiful Capricorn. Ooh. Well, I feel whatever this information is, it leads to some, it feels like you're moving into some energy that's very balanced and generous. Maybe that energy of one good deed deserves another. The Hermit energy coming through to me is kind of saying that when this information comes in, you're wise enough to receive it. So you get the meaning. You've already done a lot of your own inner work, and whatever this information is, it brings about some measure of balance, kind of pulls you out of your cave a little bit here, Capricorn. And we strike the match, the Page of Wands. It could be about a Page of Wands, this information, but I'm feeling the fact that it's underneath is more of a sign of it. Whatever the information is, it's going to perk you up. It's going to be like something where you go, oh, and reignite some interest. 10 of Wands is crossing all of this. There's something that you have to offload. Yeah, there's something you have to offload. I almost feel as if you're trying to call something in here, but you're kind of getting in your own way. There's something you have to offload. It is part of destiny and fate that whatever is done, and you kind of have to release it as this information comes in. You've got to release something that is from the past, is how it's coming through. And that 9 of Swords is maybe your anxiety and unwillingness, right? When you get gripped with your thoughts on something, it can block your flow. It can block your ability to call something in. So I'm seeing this as sort of partly a supportive energy, but also a bit of a challenge. If you let your anxiety get the better of you here, Capricorn, that may not serve you well. You'll know when the time is right to release. The question is, will you? 10 of Swords underneath. The Moon, the 10 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you're going to have a ton of fears that your opportunity for happiness has passed you by, that whatever came apart here, you know, that there's no, I almost see you giving up hope, but then that 8 of Pentacles underneath suggests that you may be working toward a creative solution to that problem and really focusing on it. Just don't let it get the better of you. The 8 of Pentacles is good, positive energy because it's proactive. The 9 of Swords is when you let things spin out of control in your mind. So I am feeling the fear. 10 of Swords versus 10 of Cups with that moon right in the middle. Like, I don't know, is this thing really done, or is there hope for a happily ever after? You know, put your mind to it. You've already learned so much in the about yourself and the energy of the Hermit. When this information, this aha moment of insight comes in, receive it as something that's gracious, and receive it as this generous gift that it is. And maybe it's reestablishing some sense of reciprocity with your person. Let that get your attention and create the spark that maybe will grow. But you're going to have to offload some of the heavy energy and the anxiety. In the past, the 3 of Cups. Wow. I kind of feel like the information you got in the past was you got some big truth about a third party in the mix. You may not have known about it. That's probably why I'm seeing 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. And it shocked you. There may have been an angry outburst around that information coming in. This kind of just popped out, but that's, you know, I'm taking it because it really makes sense to the storyline here that you would get that, you would see that information very clearly, and then, you know, kind of get out over your skis with your response to it. And underneath is Temperance, which suggests that on some level, there was an awareness of a need to be patient in this situation and to let things play out over time and come into flow. I'm not sure how successful you were at that, because I'm seeing all this residual anxiety and fear. But the Temperance card in the past, if it played a role, it did serve you well. Now we've got the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, 6 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles again. I'm seeing the 4 of Pentacles in 2 different ways, so I'm for this part of the reading, because it's what's crowning you. So this is, you know, part of your goals for the outcome is to have this stability and abundance and life partnership with this past life soulmate, 6 of Cups. And it's bookended by the 4 of Pentacles. So I am seeing that you haven't let go of this connection yet, but I also see that you may be guarded and have your walls up. So I've got both energies, like that, not willing to let go, but not willing to let the person in totally. So be careful about that. It can also be a nod to creating firm boundaries. And that may be part of what you're trying to do here. That may be why the Hermit is also showing up, is as a reminder of all the growth that has already taken place and how far you've come. And you're looking for a reciprocal energy, not one-sided. So that may be the boundary you're trying to establish. But I'm seeing here for you, like, I'm not letting go of this connection. I'm not letting go of what I want, but you may have your walls a bit too high. So keep that in check. And I'm seeing it here in the 9 of Swords and in the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords as well, because those are cards of release and completion. And the 9 of Swords and the Moon are both energies of fear and anxiety, and that's going to block your ability to release. I digress. 6 of Swords going forward. Yep. Ah, gorgeous. You're finally going to get the balance, the fairness you've been looking for, calling in a new beginning, taking a leap of faith, moving forward to something more peaceful and calm. I feel you'll do that together. There's great potential for that here, especially if that's what you want. If that's what you want, Capricorn, you have all the tools. You will have all the tools at your disposal to make that happen for yourself and to take a leap of faith in that direction. Underneath, you'll be supported by the energy of the Justice card. Fair is fair, things being like a level playing field between the two of you. So I do feel that in this case, the Fool is be bold and fearless, or fearless and bold. Be fearless, get rid of the fear. The Moon, the 9 of Swords, see where I'm going? And even kind of keep yourself in check with that 4 of Pentacles, because if your heart chakra is closed off, as is the case in these cards, then ain't nothing coming through. So just a little love note from me. Okay, Capricorn, if this is speaking to you, the extended link is to your extended by itself is below, and I'm looking at your divine counterpart, how they feel about you, how they see you, advice to you from Spirit of the Universe, and additional oracle to set you on your way for July 2021. The link's below. I look forward to seeing you there or in a future reading. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Happy July.